Well, my friends in Concord, Mech Solutions, have done it again. They've sent me another printer to review. So I'd like to now take you through my initial unboxing and quick review of the Anycubic Mega Zero v2. Well, here we go with the unboxing. So this is the, what do we have here? This is the Mega Zero version 2.0. So let's see what trouble we can get into here. All right, so power cord, instructions. That's gonna take a bit to assemble. All right. That would be for mounting the spool of filament. And what else we got here? Tools and, oh look at that, some filament, not a lot, a little bit. USB device cable, scraper, various tools. All right, set that aside as well. Okay, power supply. Let's get this out here. Oh, this is, well, I'm going to pull the whole thing out. Let's just do this. Okay, so what's that? Oh, control box, which is all tied into this. Well, that's an interesting way of doing it. This piece comes off here. Box goes in. And that's gone. There's the next bit. And that, and look at that, and the bed. And, oh, apparently it's a magnetic surface. Okay. Well, that's the unboxing. I have to assemble this now. Okay, well now, according to this, I need to take the frame and screw it in, and then install the power box, and the filament holder, and the control box. This, I'm going to make it look like it's not going to take long, but it's going to. So I'll fast forward through this stuff. Okay, well, that's the top mount assembly done. So now I have to mount up the power box. Right there. Okay, so power box on. Now for the filament holder. And now I just need to put on the control box. Little tip if you're doing this yourself, put the back one in first. It's a little T connector that goes into the rails, and if you put the front in and then do the back, you're gonna have a heck of a time. So do the back, then the front. Wish they'd said that. Okay, so assembled. Now, page 2, wiring. And that's it assembled. That wasn't too bad. Even with me fast forwarding, it was probably maybe 20 minutes. And it was a matter of, I'm not familiar with this. So let's get this around here, right? So I guess next thing to do is to run some prints. So this is going to be just part one of this video. I'm just going to run some prints and see exactly how this sucker works. Greetings, Dave here, DCBFX. We're day 2 with the, let me get this right, the Anycubic Mega 2.0. This is another demo unit sent to me by my friend down at Mech Solutions in Concord, Canada. They asked me to take a look at this and give them, or give you, a good review on it. So I got it set up yesterday. Well, I had blue shirt yesterday, black shirt today. I got it set up yesterday, easy assembly. I took maybe 20 minutes tops. If you haven't done one before, maybe, it might take a little bit longer. This is my third FDM I put together, so I sort of know how everything's supposed to work. A little bit interesting with the limit switches, but neither here nor there. The instructions are good enough. So I'm going to go through the paces. Well, here we are, first print. But first thing, before I go any further, let's do this. That is so much better. It's funny, I'm in my office right now and I have 3 3D printers and they're all printing. I have my Creality V2 doing a pad, well, the first part of a pad for a customer. I've got my Mono SE, which I'm going to miss when it leaves. I'm going to miss that little device. Printing out some greeblies for a tricorder. And now I have a Benchy off of the new Mega Zero 2.0. So, the fans are a little loud, but that's 3D printing. Interesting setup. Really not a big issue doing it. I've done a couple, so maybe that is part of it. That makes it a little easier for me because I did the CR10S, CR10 V2, and now this one. It's the same thing. The instructions could be a little bit better. They're kind of English. They're not bad. Just follow along and you can get her done. And well, let's see what we got here. Hey, Benchy. Now, if you look at the video here, I'll play that while I'm talking. You can see it going through its paces. I was a little concerned. I was listening to it and watching it as it was doing the rest of the print, especially the top of the Benchy, getting it filled in. And well, no, it spanned the distance. It did a good job of it. Let's just take a look at what we got here. So this is what they say the whole thing is. It just comes off, which it does. And because you've got a flexible, you just peel that off. We have here. In other versions of this, there's a logo 3D tree. It doesn't make it on this one. So maybe I'm off on my leveling. The first layer did seem kind of light. Maybe there's, like all the other things, there's a little bit of a hiccup here. The software does corner leveling. So I corner leveled and then corner leveled again. I really should have done a center level as well. When I did notice too, I see when they make this fit better, I did notice that when this goes on, it's a little bit off kilter on the bed. So it was rubbing a little bit. Let's see if we get that a little bit better here. It definitely wants to fight me. Let's see here. That is a little bit, oh, there we go, that just clears. So I had it off just by a scooch. So it did rub a little bit here, but that's neither here nor there. So that's first impression. It was interesting setup. Coming from the CR10 end of it, to set up the extruder, you actually feed it in just so it hits the teeth, and then forward extruder, forward extruder, forward extruder, forward extruder, forward extruder. So that's a little bit of pain. On the CR10, I can just push it right through to the hot end. Also, one thing is just interesting, if you're going to buy one of these, buy filament. That's how much you get. I had a bigger spool left over from my CR10 V2, so I just use that instead. That will get you maybe the owl and maybe a Benchy, and then you have to buy more. It's just things to think about. Given what these are going for right now, it is definitely not a bad thing. The company I got this from, the company sent this to me as a demo unit. That is Mech Solutions down at Concord. They have some available on Amazon. You can also buy that directly from them. If you do buy directly from them, my 10% off code still works. DCPFX 10 Mech still works. Get 10% off your order if you get it through their store. They may have great deals on their Amazon too. Take a look at that. So that's the first step. I print a Benchy. It's what I do. Next thing is Star Trek. I'll print some comms because that's what I do. That's part of my wheelhouse when I test out 3D printers. So far, what I'd like to say about this, yeah, it's pretty good. Easy setup. Small bed. So if you're just getting into it, this is very much like an Ender 3. It's small bed. I think it's 225 by 250. So it's a smaller printer. Like I couldn't do my Star-Lord helmet on here, or if I could, it'd have to slice up into smaller pieces. But for an entry level to give it a try, well, look at that Benchy. Like, look at that. That's really quite nice. I have no complaints with that. Maybe a little bit of a weirdness here. I have to take a look at the file. I don't recall this being here, this little striation, but all in all, I think it turned out really well. So for first steps, or day one, yeah, not a bad printer. And for entry level getting started, why not go with a cheap one? Why spend huge bucks to get into the big one if you don't know if you're going to be doing big printing? So that's the start, and I'll do some more, and I'll talk to you all later. Okay, so it's been 40 minutes later, and I printed a Voyager comm. Yay! Stepping's kind of terrible on it, but it doesn't come with its own slicer. It uses Cura. It actually comes with a profile. So I have my Cura profile for my CR10B2 dialed into the nth degree. This one I'm just getting started with. So it probably just is a slicer setting. That being said, it's nice. The bottom is great. Didn't have a problem with that coming off the bed, and everything fits nicely. Tolerances are fantastic. So, so there. Just needs a little more TLC. But it could just be a setting. Could be you need just actually it probably is. I know what the setting is. I didn't do it for this one. Not a problem. So to get started with this, yes, this is good. Cura is, from Ultimaker, is an industry standard these days. Everyone I know who prints uses that for their FDM. Some people use Simply 3D, but Cura is free, so what are you wrong with free? So I would say first impressions are not bad, I like it. It does what it needs to do. Just little things like don't much filament with it, but so let me run a lot more prints on this. I have lots of filament. I can run a lot more, but this is a good unboxing, and my first impressions so far is a nice little printer. If you need big things, this is not for you, but if you want small little things, even small vases or figures or something, not bad. And then for the price point, come on. So that in a nutshell is my first impressions of this printer. It's good. I like it. It's a good FDM printer. It's as loud as all the other ones, so that really, I complain about the noise, but it's the same. They're all loud. The fans go crazy. But in the end, I think so far it's a pretty good printer. I have a lot more to do with it, a lot more things to try, but I have spools and spools of filament, and I have lots of designs. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back with a more in-depth review. But that's a good start. Do I think this is a great deal? Yes, it is. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out this review of this printer. Hopefully you've learned something. My last few reviews did, several thousand worth of hits. So hopefully this can do the same and help people, figure out if that's the right printer for them or not. I'm doing what I can to sort of inform everyone out there. So hopefully you're finding these informative. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you soon.